Hi, my name is Maureen and today FM rocks in Mombasa.
Bola, my name is Mark. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks in Makassi.
Hey, Bula from Rugby. I'm Mentor. I love listening to Today FM because they're playing my hits. Today FM rocks.
My name is Enrico. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks in Suba.
Hi, I'm Asrika and I'm from Lotoka and I love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm Siva. I'm from Bath. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
And Navinaga, Fiji, in this bulletin, government MPs condemn Moses Mbulitavu. Fintel charges slashed after FCCC assessment. And Interpol data accessible to Fiji immigration.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Edwin Knight.
Parliament has voted in favour of a motion to strongly condemn the statements made or published by Sodelpa MP Moses Mbulitavu in the media, including social media. This is related to Mbulitavu having called the Indo-Fijian community Vulangis, and also that their way of handling disputes by killing and stabbing has been picked up by the Itoke community. The motion passed by 30 votes to 21, with all three NFP MPs voting in favour. Attorney General A.R. Syed Qayyum, in moving the motion, called on all communities to do away with racial slurs and comments against any member of a different community. Lena Rees reports.
Sodelpa MP Moses Mbulitavu had also said that certain Indo-Fijian women are unfaithful and that Itoke assaults on women were common given their build. Attorney General A.R. Syed Qayyum says people need to stop judging each other on ethnicity and race.
We now have people justifying racial idioms, saying it's an idiom, it's an acceptable idiom. Mr. Speaker, sir, idioms are also prejudice idioms. It's not only about the Itoke people who are prejudiced. There are Indo-Fijians who are prejudiced too. There's prejudice all around us. We as leaders, however, have to show the way. That's the point.
He says the motion was tabled because government did not want anyone to feel marginalized in the country and question their dignity. Syed Qayyum further says that as parliamentarians, all MPs need to be good role models.
Because the women on one hand are seen as the guardians of a particular ethnic group, are seen as the gatekeepers of an ethnic group. That's why we have words like mother tongue, motherland, because the women are seen as the people who actually expand your particular grouping. But they are the ones who have violated the most because we have a perverted nature of patriarchy, misogyny actually.
He says women who were referred to by Mbulitavu are pillars of all communities who need to be protected at all times.
The reality of the matter is that we have always said, led by Honourable Prime Minister, our leader, that we need to be actively aware of how we act in Parliament, not just in Parliament, but also outside Parliament. People watch us, people see us, people listen to us, they get influenced by us. So it is highly incumbent upon us to do the right thing.
Mbulitavu had made these comments some 30-odd days ago. Lena Rees, FBC News.
Prime Minister Vorengem Bainimarama says Sodelpa MP Moses Mbulitavu is a bully who's gone about terrorizing women in his party and also outside of Parliament, and his comments are perverted. Bainimarama not holding back his words during the debate on the motion to strongly condemn his Mbulitavu's statements in the media and social media. Ali Kimpia with the story.
Moses Mbulitavu.
Orenge Bainimarama says Moses Mbulitavu calling Indo-Fijians Vulangi was something that tore down a community, and he doesn't deserve to be in Parliament.
And it is shameful that the leader of the opposition and the president of Sodelpa have allowed Mbulitavu to remain among the party's ranks. It's shameful that he still sits in this Parliament.
The Prime Minister says Mbulitavu's comments came from a place of hate.
Mbulitavu took a ghastly crime and used it as an ammunition in his campaign to drive his divisive us versus them narrative. The same narrative is pushed in his entire political career.
Despite Mbulitavu apologizing for his comments, Bainimarama says this is not a real apology.
But anyone who has read his so-called apology will know that he was not genuinely seeking forgiveness.
Bainimarama has made it clear these comments will not be tolerated in the Fiji First Party.
Any member of the Fiji First Party to ever make such statements, that day would mark the last day in this party. That's the standard by which this government operates. That's the high level of responsibility to which we all adhere.
The Prime Minister has also called out the women MPs of SODELPA and the National Federation Party to stand up for the women of Fiji. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
Meanwhile, an emotional Rosie Akbar also spoke last night condemning Moses Mbulitavu. The Education Minister says labeling abuse with a painful stereotype and spreading stigma of violence on a public platform serves to silence victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. Condemning Mbulitavu, she said instead of spreading stigma and stereotype, there is a need to tear them down. Akbar shared her childhood experience and says the culture of silence and violence needs to be broken.
Violence against women is already underreported. So that is what makes the Honourable Member of Opposition votes even more aberrant. Women only report when they have been beaten multiple times, on multiple occasions, when they need to be hospitalized or are in danger of losing their lives.
Opposition MP Moses Mbulitavu has no respect for women. This was the statement by Minister for Local Government Premila Kumar while contributing to the motion in condemning Mbulitavu's comments on social media. Kumar says it's unfortunate that female MPs in SODELPA do not speak against a statement made by Mbulitavu. Contributing to the motion, Women's Minister Mediseni Vuniwanga says his statements have failed him as a lawyer and an MP.
It is an insult to a community that was subjected to so much physical and emotional abuse under the indentured system. Then he flippantly claimed that women of another ethnic community are often physically abused because of the physical prowess of the men of that particular community.
That is why all men who do not share the same views as Honourable Mbulitavu on that side of the House need to speak up in condemnation of the statements made. Similarly, all women on the other side of the House need to stand up for the over 400,000 women out there. If the man won't do it, ladies, stand up, say something.
On to other news, Communications Minister Ayasayed Kayum has revealed that Fiji International Telecommunications Limited or Fintel went through a cleanup with the Fiji Competition and Consumer Commission called in to assess its accounts. In particular, the AG says the regulatory body was called in to look at the high charges for use of the Southern Cross cable. As a result of the assessment, Fintel's monthly charges for a single 10 gigabyte line has been drastically reduced, which is beneficial to all Fijians.
Instead of now paying, Mr. Speaker, sir, $250,000 a month for a 110 gigabyte line, Mr. Speaker, sir, and the cost has now fallen almost sixfold to $40,000 a month, a savings of $2.5 million that, of course, can be passed directly to the Fijian consumers and businesses alike. Indeed, the cost of that should come down quite significantly.
The Immigration Department will now have access to Interpol database that will help prevent and fight crime effectively. An agreement on the Interpol communication system integration was signed yesterday. Police Commissioner Brigadier General Siti Venigilio says the agreement will improve integration with law enforcement. Permanent Secretary for the Office of the Prime Minister Yogesh Karan commended the Police Commissioner for the initiative and reassured everyone that the Department of Immigration will work hand in hand with police.
Important databases such as the Interpol Criminal Information System, automated fingerprint identification systems, DNA profiles of persons of interest, stolen lost travel documents, arms database and international child exploitation database will be made available to the Fiji Immigration Department.
The South Pacific Stock Exchange launched its 2019 annual awards yesterday. Together with the launch, the exchange signed a sponsorship deal with Amalgamated Telecom Holdings Limited group of companies. This will be the third year for the award, with winners announced on the 13th of next month at a black tie event in Suva.
One of the things we hope to do by supporting this process, obviously one is promote good governance, two, as I said, promote the efficient working of capital markets, and thirdly and importantly, I think for Fiji, as an economy trying to develop and build our capital market so we can stand with more advanced economies.
Coming up, big prize money for Dean's under-18 winners. And Suva expects tough encounter with Lautoka. Stay with us.
Zola ngwela o veteranu ako itabua ako do talitaina na barongo na Bula FM nambando na sere
Bula ang gonoa Lautoka do talita ka na Bula FM berarti nambando na sere
ni Bula binaka nan regen go sa Bula FM nga na kasi
na go sa mundo active na Bula FM nambando na sere nusur ni Bula binaka na go Jerry yang melambasa do barongo na Bula FM
Bula FM number 2 en seri.
Welcome back. The monetary rewards for secondary schools rugby has been increased this year. This was revealed by the Fiji Secondary School Rugby Union at a press conference yesterday. The biggest share of the prize purse at Lawanga Park this Saturday will go to the under-18 finalists.
We have agreed to increase further the prize money that is going to be shared by the two teams, especially the under-18s this year. It was 9,000 last year. We've increased it to 10,200 this year. And the total prize money that is going to be given out in the finals this year is going to be 30,000.
Suva expects a fiery semi-final clash against Lautoka in the Ink Mobile Battle of the Giants, with the match being played on the Blues' home turf. The side is keeping an eye on Captain Emori Rangata, who left the ground on a stretcher after sustaining injuries during the Ba match. Suva goalkeeper Simone Tamanisau is optimistic of their chances.
Yes, I guess this would be our last, our third qualifying rounds to the tournaments. Last two tournaments we fell short of finals. But yes, like I said earlier, the coaches mapped up a plan for us. And if we follow the game plan and go according to it, hopefully get the result come Saturday.
Playing in front of the home crowd has been beneficial for the Fiji Airways Flying Fijians. The team has so far played 4 matches in the Pacific Nations Cup and won the 2 played on home soil. Coach John McKee has said that crowd support has been a winning factor.
Fantastic for the boys to play here in Fiji. The crowd really give them a lift. They're playing for the Fijian people and for their families, and for the Fijian people to get out and support them. That's a really good thing.
Fiji takes on Samoa in their next Pacific Nations Cup match at 7:15 tomorrow evening at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. The Fiji Secondary Schools Hockey National Final started at Nandovo Ground in Lautoka yesterday. 13 schools are taking part in the tournament, with the majority being from the West. Fiji Secondary Schools Hockey President Emmanuel Prasad says they had an interesting opening day and look forward to the finals today.
We have 4 schools from Suva, we have 7 schools from the West, and we have 2 schools from the old capital. I think all the schools are enjoying themselves with the competition.
Fine apart from brief isolated showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Elsewhere, mainly fine weather, cool nights. Moderate east to southwest winds. Winds expected to gradually turn and become predominantly southeast tomorrow with moderate seas. And that is your FBC Morning News. Remember to join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. That's it from me for now. Have a good morning.
Baik tu Dendi berkata tahu Radio Fiji Radio Fiji रोज सुनता हूँ.
मेरा नाम सुखराम है, मैं नंदूरू नौसोरी में रहता हूँ. हमेशा मैं रेडियो Fiji 2 सुनता हूँ.
रेकी ओने नाबू, हमारा नाम है विनोद लाल फैंटम. रेडियो Fiji 2 हम लोग बहुत लाइक करता हुए सुनता हूँ.
हम विनोद प्रकाश है, गोल्टन तमो में रहता है.
और सबको रेडियो फीजी 2 सुने, सबको लाइक करे।
हम एक कलाकार है, लोकगीत कमलावती नारायण बतीरी सिंह टोका के, और रेडियो फीजी 2 हमें बहुत पसंद है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।